So if you want to plug events through RCTV, visit us at the Ginza Complex, Old Manila Road, Cebu City, or call us at 416-2202. And you can also email us at aroundtown@rctv.com.ph. For this episode of Real Life, we have had the chance of meeting a big fan of the outdoors and the R&D manager of Habagat, Mr. Alan Salazar. Let's take a closer look. Watch this. Hi everyone, I'm Alexis and welcome to Real Life. Today I'm very excited to introduce to you all our very special guest for this episode. He's no other than the R&D manager of Habagat Outdoor, Mr. Alan Salazar. Alan, thank you so much for being here in Real Life.
Welcome,
Thank
Alex.
you so much. Salamat. So Alan, I know that everyone, all of our viewers, know Habagat to be a very popular Cebuano outdoor bag company. But aside from bags, I know that you make other stuff, like accessories that you can use for the outdoors. So the reason why you're here in the show right now is because we want to get to know more about what goes on inside the mind of an outdoorsy person. So let's begin with how and when you have discovered your love for the outdoors.
Well, the love for outdoors, it all started way back when, during our childhood days.
Yes.
You can easily detect on things that you like to do and things that you do not like to do.
Okay.
Like, for example, during those years, during summer days, I prefer to go in my grandfather's farmland than going vacation on the city.
Okay.
So,
So what would you do there in your grandfather's farm home?
it was so fun for me during these days, where like climbing up hills, going downstream the rivers, tracing animals' foods, then identifying chirping birds, species, something like
so
that.
You were like Dora the Explorer.
Making traps out of it.
Yeah.
So that's where your love for the outdoors come in. So the later part, it is true that our outdoors were honed when we start out on the Boy Scouts scouting.
Yeah. Which I really hate.
A lot of people are starting out in the Boy Scouts.
Okay. Well, when I was in high school, that was really the part that I hated the most in my grade school and high school life. But to some people like you, it's like the most fun thing ever. Okay. So what course did you take up when you were in college?
I took up BS Architecture.
Okay. And how is that relevant to your job today with Habagat?
Like, it was just a dream when I was still a student before. How would be in the future that incorporating my course at the same time, the love for the outdoors, that I love these things to bring up when sa pagtrabaho na ko.
Yeah.
So I was just blessed that it came for the right time na naabot ko sa Habagat.
And when you started with Habagat, what department were you with?
It was the simplest form that I could share to you, that I started out just an inventory clerk at
in the
SM.
store.
Yeah.
Diba?
The store.
But
before then, before I came to Habagat, I was working in a big furniture company. I was also involved in R&D.
Okay.
But then, at that time, I found no meaning at it.
Yeah. So you really wanted to be a part of a company like Habagat.
Yeah.
That makes all these products that suits your lifestyle as an outdoorsman, so to speak.
Being a part at that department at Habagat as an inventory clerk, like, it was a step of a dream coming true.
Yes. And after being an inventory clerk, what was the next responsibility?
I was later then transferred to the main office here, as in charge for the special events, like outdoor events.
Okay.
So I was then honed to organize outdoor events,
All right.
lectures, climbing, kayaking, something like that. So
And after that?
at a later part, there was this time when Habagat formalized its the corporate way of approach. Then we have to create a different department. That's why I was so glad that I was chosen to be part of the product design and creative development.
Yes, and that's how your architectural skill set comes
Yeah.
in.
Because lots of a lot of some product designers so took up also architecture, and then the owner itself are all architects, so we can have one common thing, one common thing in mind.
Uh-huh. And today you are now the manager for the R&D department
Yeah.
of Habagat, and your job is to create bags that can be very useful to a specific user,
Yep.
right?
Yeah.
And that must be very rewarding for you.
Yeah,
What
very.
would you say would be the biggest challenge that you have encountered being the manager of the R&D?
The biggest challenging part of this work is when you tend to create something out of nothing.
Yes.
Yeah, like at Habagat, we are so resourceful
Mm-hmm.
that we can create out of these things.
Mm-hmm.
And out of these things, this will be something big in the future.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very interesting. Guys, do stick around because when we come back, we're going to get to know more about Alan Salazar of Habagat Outdoor right here on Real Life. Welcome back to Real Life. We're still here with Habagat's very own R&D manager, Mr. Alan Salazar. And now it's time to get a little bit up close and personal with Alan. Diba? So Alan, all our viewers know that, okay, they know that you're with Habagat. They know that you're a fabulous bag designer. And right now, I think what we want to know is a little bit more personal stuff about you. Like, tell us about your experiences, your actual experiences in the outdoors. Not just normal experiences, but unforgettable ones.
Well, I can consider that every activity or every outdoor experience that I had is unforgettable for me. Like because this is when you go to outdoors, you are seeing different situations, different approach, different scenarios.
So let's say, have you encountered any strange animal or like a wild animal? Have you seen a bear in the Philippines? Something like that. Kana bang weird yung kaay nga marag, okay, nata diri sa Busay, pero nga nung naamay elepante diri. Kaya na, good. So, good sa man.
Well, wala pa good. I haven't encountered any paranormal activities.
Okay, well, animals are not paranormal. Okay, but okay, since you okay, so wasay mga ungo, budyo ka mga tikbalang you've never encountered, stuff like that. But let's say, for example, like an encounter or like a fight with an animal, like napaakan ba kag bitin or abi nimo bitin?
So far, wala pa yun.
Wala pa. Okay. So everything has been going smoothly and stuff like that.
Well, there are situations when you get caught in a dire situations like
For example,
change of weather patterns, something like that. When you go kayaking and suddenly the waves are high and then you don't expect it. Like it's like this because number one, I could say that the very first thing, like, you have to be responsible enough for what you're doing. Like, and for me, planning and preparation is a big factor for going into outdoors. If you don't plan, if you are not prepared, I might advise you not to go.
Okay. So whenever you go into an outdoor journey, is there a specific goal? Like, for example, when people go and climb Mount Everest, their goal is to reach the peak, or their goal is to reach a certain height. What about you guys? Is there a certain goal? Is there just one goal, or every time it's different?
Yeah. at a very certain, a very specific, specific activity, there is always a goal for that.
Okay.
Yeah, like,
Like if you're kayaking, what is the
yeah.
goal?
Like the goal is everything in it. Number one is going back to the very basic thing. Number one is education.
Okay.
Like you have to know what you're doing.
Okay. But what if you're kayaking with a first timer like me, and you say, "Hey Alexis, let's go kayaking," and then you take me,
Yeah.
and then what if di ko kibaw jud? Let's say kibaw ra ta mag-ana-ana, kibaw ta mo balance.
We design activities for first timers.
Okay. So sa swimming pool na
So
tani.
we have this advanced,
Ah,
and then we have this post expert.
okay.
So different levels.
Okay.
Outdoors you could enjoy outdoors if you know the process well.
Mhm.
Like, if you are a beginner, it doesn't mean that you cannot go to outdoors, but then there is a certain level for you, which some of us, some of the instructors would cater what is suitable for you.
Okay. So Alan, I'm sure that you've gone to many different places, tried different kinds of outdoor activities. Today, what would be, say, your dream? Wapa nimo nabuhat, gusto nimo buhaton?
Like there are so many things that I would like to do, like climbing the highest peak.
Is that Mount Everest?
Everest is one good dream.
Okay. Are you preparing for that? Do you plan to do that?
We had plans for it, but
Who's we? You and your wife?
We the company.
Oh, the company.
The company.
I thought you meant that your wife. Do you have a wife?
Yes.
Okay, how many kids do you have?
One.
One child? Boy or girl?
Boy.
How old?
9 years old.
Unsay course niya? Baka 9 years old. Oh, hot question.
He's now in grade 4.
Okay, do you plan to have more kids or?
If had a chance, why not?
Okay, but you're not trying.
Yes, because we're far apart.
Where is she?
She's now in Seattle.
She's in Seattle.
Yeah.
It's always raining in Seattle, is
Yeah.
that true? So, permi siya basa.
Seattle is
Sa uwan.
a good area for outdoors also.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, because, it's always raining there, and I'm sure they have a lot of forests that you can, go through. Okay, so let's keep your cell phone number a secret, because now that people know that you're a single man here. Yeah, kuya na, di ba, Alan, no?
Yeah, so there are a lot of dreams for, like, next year we would like to bike from the tip of the Philippines, from tip to tip, through
So,
bicycle. Like, so.
Mga how long will that take, ang tip to tip? Like from Babuyan Island to...
That's from Sarangani to Pagudpud, like Ilocos.
Oh my gosh, oo niya. Unsa man kadugaya ka ha? If mo-bike na ninyo. Will it take a month?
Like, if everything cooperates, like, it would be like 45 days.
Wow. Grabihan, ano? So you're going to be bringing your luggage with you sa inyong...
The plan is to be self-contained, no support at all.
Oh my gosh. Then you have to design a bag nga masud ang toaster, microwave oven, chari.
That's where the skill of designing comes in.
Yeah, I know. But I wonder how big that bag will be. My microwave oven is this big.
It doesn't have to be big.
But size does matter. Are we still talking about the microwave oven?
Size, well, for me, function matters most.
Yeah, that's true. And besides, like wherever you go, you can just buy your food.
Yeah, like say, there's a famous saying for designer, like form always follows function.
Bongga. Okay. All right, guys, do stick around because when we come back, we're gonna actually see the workplace of Alan. He's gonna show us how he actually designs his bags right here on Real Life. So stick around for that. Welcome back to Real Life. We're still here with Mr. Alan Salazar of Habagat, and right now we are here at their laboratory where all the magic happens. Okay, all the creative juices are flowing here, and of course right now Sir Alan is going to show us how he actually comes up with a product. It's a very long process, no, Alan? And you start with, of course, what do you start with?
It starts with a problem.
Okay, all right.
Starts with a problem.
Sige.
Starts with a problem, then a solution, then out of the solution, create something out of it.
Mm-hmm. So of course, when you're designing, you always have the user in mind.
Yeah.
Mamo gina siya, no? Because I know that Habagat has many different products nga pwede siya para sa triathlete, pwede siya sa kanang kayaker, mga inaana. So, you have the user in mind, and then
Yeah, like for example, this product. This product was before it came out to the market. This was the product I used to the race, the kayaking race from Cebu to Bohol.
okay.
Yeah. So
So this one we have here a life vest.
yeah.
Okay.
So this one, when you create something like, in my point of view as a designer, like, I'll put myself into it, and what are the specifications that I need in that race.
Okay.
Something it becomes a requirement on creating a thing. That's why it came out as a good product for me.
Okay. Kini siya lan, masulod ni siya nako.
It comes by sizes because this is a small size. The
Okay.
technical aspects
Yeah.
of this, like different sizes.
Okay.
It comes from different layers. So let's say technical, it has number of layers inside.
Mhm.
Like if the size increases, the foam also increases.
Of course,
by
no,
itself.
kay murag ang iyang dadun mas bugat na baya, no? Lan mangutan ako, like for example this one, you say nga kanang of course when you design certain something, it starts with a problem and then you create solutions for it. This is a life vest,
Yeah.
diba? Of course, dedication design, no, with the Habagat brand there. What's may gamit ani? For example, kini siya, I'm curious, what's may gamit ani niya?
Like
What's may ibutang din?
for me, this one, the pocket is a requirement for me. This is where I put in my
Your cell phone.
Not really a cell phone,
Dili
of course.
pwede.
When I
Mabasa
race,
ba yan na siya?
I
What's
don't
may
go
ibutang
for
niya?
cell phones and contacts, but then this is where I place my safety gadgets, like a knife for emergency use,
Mhm.
like my snacks, power bars, or something like that, or
Mhm.
food. That
Just
I
in
can
case you
place
get
here.
stranded?
Yep.
Unsa man siya?
I can place here my compass and some lights out of here.
Bitaw, no? What ko nakahuna-hunaan na nga, when you're out there, you'll never know. Basta di ay malagpot ka somewhere where no one... Bitaw, you have
So
to know your
everything is
power
in
stance.
here.
Mhm.
Has its own usage. Like reflectors can be useful during the night,
Mhm.
so
Okay.
for you to be identified.
Okay.
These are compression straps.
Ito sa
Yeah.
compression.
straps are straps to secure the life is around your
Okay.
waist.
Okay. Para mas huot
Yeah.
siya kaya nga siya sa milawas.
And this is also very important.
Kung saan siya?
This is called the leg loops.
Ah, so you
Yeah.
put it
Yeah,
here?
the leg loops.
Ah, okay.
Usually, the buoyancy aids, when you swim, when you jump into the water, it rises up.
Yeah.
So to
If you put
prevent
it
from
under,
putting it up,
he'll bring you
put
up.
the,
Ah,
put
bitaw.
the leg loop.
Okay. Interesting. Okay, so that's a life vest, but Habagat is more popular, really, in my opinion, with your bags.
Yeah, bags.
Diba? Okay. I think wherever you go, you like in school, for example, you even see school boys and girls using Habagat bags as a school bag. Uh-huh. So tell us about the process that you go through in designing the famous Habagat bags.
As far as history is concerned, it started out like at the 1987 was the creation of the flagship bag, which is called the Venado.
The
It's like
Venado.
50 to 60 liters. It's a mountaineering pack.
Dako na siya, no?
It's where Habagat started out.
Mhm.
You know, it's a climbing pack. It's used for outdoors and mountaineering. So from like what I've said, products could evolve according to demand.
Yes. Okay, so Lan, I think right now we can go over here, and so you can show us the actual process in which you design the bags. Of course, it's all similar to making clothes. You have
making
patterns,
clothes,
and then you cut and sew and put materials together, right? Okay. So guys, let's go over here. So Alan can show us what the patterns are actually made of. Actually, it really looks like a shop or a boutique no,
Yeah,
for
Actually, it's
clothing.
still the same process.
Pareha gyud siya, no?
Same
Oo.
process.
So, you get your patterns here, ana, niya. Napag yung kay mga Manila paper, very similar gyud siya.
Yeah. Like this, for this product, we start a sketch. From sketch into patterns.
Okay.
So the moment you finalize the patterns, then you have to go with the massing. Massing means like sizing up from small to large, something like that.
Okay.
So this is where the products come into sizing. The moment it's finalized already, so we go small, but medium. So like that, then go with the production process.
Very interesting. Alan, now that you've been in the industry for many years, at your age now, how has your concept of adventure changed?
Well, for me, it's just one line. It's evolution. Yeah, because when you say evolution, you have to adapt not only for the trend, but you have to listen to the how products evolve from this sports until this time. Because like this product, until now, Binado is still existing.
Okay.
But only when I say evolution, you have to go what requirement or specifications on products that creates that makes the demand that caters the demand of the users.
Yeah.
Like before, we don't have hydration packs, we have water bottles. But right now, as the product evolves, we have already those kind of bladders for our hydration.
Okay.
So that's an example of an evolution.
Alright. So ikaw, Lan, what do you do on your free time? You know, I know that we already established that your first love is really adventure and designing bags, especially for Habagat. But aside from that, what is it? What are the other things that you do that interest you?
Aside from work, of course, I go into outdoor sports like biking, kayaking. It depends upon the weather also.
Yeah, of course.
Something like that. And then this is one thing that I could say for people who wanted to go at this craft. When you go outdoors, learn something from it. Learn something because I see to it that every time I go into outdoors, like I learn something from it. On something will pop in your mind that, oh, I need these things. I have the capability of making a solution out of it.
Yes.
So when you go at work, so you directly create solutions on what things are you going to use at that particular activity.
Okay. So Alan, you mentioned that, you know, every time that you go out, you discover something. Oh, maybe the user will need this. It's a good idea for a bag. So, what would be like the most successful design that you've made? Nga nakaingon siya ka nga, wow, kusuking halin, because you know it was a great idea to have discovered that maybe a certain bag needs something like this.
Like a line of products have been successful already for some of my designs, like the product that is what we call the affordable. That's a product when you can fold a certain pack into pouch.
Oh yeah, that's really nice. Yeah, we've seen those.
So that is one of the successful things that I've done. And
then when did you discover that? Like in one of your outdoor trips? Can you tell us?
It was just a plain. It was just an afternoon with our mentor, Sir Johnson. When he said to me, because we have this product that is so fast in the market. And, one day he told me, I'm challenging you to create something that you could compete into this design. Create something unique out of it.
And it was the fold bag.
Yeah. So it was in less than 4 hours I created something out of it.
Wow. Well, that's pretty fast.
It's already out in the market and it's competing with our past product.
That's great.
But
That's
I have also one of the most successful that I've done design that I've done here is the buoyancy aid because it contributes much to the demand of our society right now.
Did you
What's
say the
happening.
buoyancy aid?
Yeah,
Okay,
a
unsa ba
lot
siya, Mar?
anyway
Ha?
during floods, disasters around.
Yeah,
So,
oh my gosh, it's not funny.
I may
actually,
not
but-
pray to floods to happen, but then
Yeah, but you know, I mean, like that's because of global warming.
yeah,
so
but I may
we
say
have to
that
recycle.
well, I created something that is a big contribution to
Of course. Yeah, and that must
To the
be
community.
that must make you real proud, you know, to be able to do something like that. Alan, thank you so much for your time today. We're so happy that you could be here with us on Real Life. Guys, that's all the time we have for now. Thanks for being here with us on Real Life. Once again, my name is Alexis, saying thanks for keeping it here on RCTV Channel 36.
we got you covered.